the most difficult case in your practice of working with brands?
Ooh, there have been so many. There are so many. I think the most difficult case that I have had has been coping with losing an Olympic bid. It's always occupies a massive part of your life when you throw yourself behind an Olympic bid and you really put everything into it. So when an Olympic bid loses when you've been working with them for 2 years, it is absolutely devastating, and it takes a long time to recover from that mentally.
The best client to work with?
Is a winning Olympic bid. For me, the best client to work with is, for me, being a lifelong Manchester United supporter, is working with Manchester United. It is a huge honour to represent them and help them with their corporate reputation work, and that will hopefully continue for a long time. But also, like I said, winning on any campaign is a good feeling, whether I'm representing a bid city, whether I'm representing someone on a political election campaign for a position in office. Anything where you work on a campaign and it's a success at the end is a great feeling.
Okay. What is the best event you have ever attended?
Gosh, the best event I've ever attended. I mean, some of the great Manchester United games, cup games where they won in cup finals. I wasn't, unfortunately, at the European Cup final which they won in Spain, but I was in Moscow when they beat Chelsea, and that was an amazing feeling. For that one, for the Champions League. Those are amazing. The Olympic Games are amazing. Being in Beijing, I found that absolutely awesome, because I worked on the Beijing 2008 Olympic bid. So for me then, again, to be there and see the Games was truly astonishing. The opening ceremony in Sochi was astonishing. Again, for the same reason, I worked on the campaign, so it was very emotional for me to be there at those type of events.
The person you inspired by?
Person I'm inspired by are probably bosses that you won't know about. Bosses who, for me, that I've worked for, who have really been my mentors, and they've guided me with their philosophy, that I've really been close to my own values, and I've really appreciated their wisdom and watching them and learning from them. And then the person who inspires me generally in life and that excites me are people like Tiger Woods, George Best, Eric Cantona, those type of people. Ronnie O'Sullivan in snooker. These are some of my heroes that motivate me.
The biggest failure in your life? Gosh,
the biggest failure in my life is, I think it's any unhappy client. I think any client who feels that we've not done what we set out to do, where we've not fulfilled, if you like, our brand promise, and they feel that we've let them down, that, whether it's small or big, is a failure to me. So I lie awake worrying about that.
And now it's kind of game. I will give you the name of social media, and you say briefly for what it's better to use.
Well, if I can.
If you can, we try. Facebook.
Private life.
Twitter.
Business for me. Media monitoring.
Instagram.
Don't use it. Don't know.
YouTube.
Good for all forms of private and work video sharing.
Google Plus.
Don't use it yet.
Pinterest.
Don't use it yet. Haven't got time.
Okay, and the best social media in your opinion?
The best social media in my opinion is Twitter, because it absolutely works for me. It's a great way of keeping in touch or following the views of people that matter in my world. But one lesson I've learned on Twitter is don't mix up your business and personal life on the same Twitter account. Keep them very separate.
Thank you very much. It was really interesting. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it was also interesting for you. We learned something new. And thank you for watching. Keep going with us. See you next week with another guest.
I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it.